I've always thought there was a really easy way to not mess something up. Just don't do it. I've lived a decent amount of my life in that area, and it's prevented me from doing a lot because I didn't want to do it badly, and I didn't want to be embarrassed. It's still preventing me from doing things in my life. Obviously, there are many things that I have to do, and so I do it, but it's really the things that you don't have to do that are really easy to say no to, especially that first time. I never like doing something for the first time. It's always uncomfortable, at least if it's just me, if I'm doing it by myself for the first time. Taking a class, learning something, going with someone to some place, that's all right. I can get through that. But if it's just me, it's hard. I remember when I moved to DC for school, I was taking the metro. Now, one of the reasons that I went to school in DC was to be in a city, to be able to have access to public transit and get around on my own without a car. I'd taken the metro multiple times, but it was always with a group. And the first time that I took it by myself, I was nervous. I had done it before. I knew how it worked. I knew where I was going, but I was still scared because it was just me. And what if I messed up? If I messed up, if I missed my stop, if I looked like a tourist who didn't know how the metro worked, so what? What does that matter? It mattered enough to make me hesitate before doing it at all. And that's the sort of thing I knew that eventually I would have to break that barrier and just do it for the first time. I was gonna be doing it. I just needed to get over that first time and then it would be fine. But there are many other things that I knew that I could get away with not ever doing. I've never really been a fan of group games unless they were something that I knew. And going to college with the added drinking side of it, I really didn't want to do it. I was worried about making a fool out of myself, even though I knew that I'd seen other people make a fool out of themselves in the same way that I was worried about, and no one really cared. You make fun of them for 2 seconds and then you move on to the next thing. That's how life works. But I was scared, and I was scared of being humiliated, and I was scared of just being bad. And so for pretty much my entire college career, I didn't play any drinking games. It wasn't that I didn't drink, I just didn't want to make a spectacle of myself. And so I didn't. I abstained, to the point that it got really awkward, to the point where maybe when I wanted to join in, I had refused so many times that no one bothered asking me anymore. Now, being afraid of messing up isn't a bad thing. I think a healthy fear of embarrassment can do a lot of good. And there are definitely some people who should maybe have more of it. But it's also a hindrance. And it's one that I've been trying to purge from myself. I've been trying to let myself mess up. It's hard. And it's hard when you do it publicly. But so what? I'm not talking life or death. And the more you practice at being a little bit uncomfortable, being a little bit outside of your comfort zone, it's good. It's good for you. And believe it or not, this is part of it. Me talking to a camera and then putting it on the internet is difficult, but I like it. And it's kind of a low-key way to push your barriers. But I won't lie, it's still hard, and it's one of the reasons that I haven't recorded in several months. It's uncomfortable. I like being comfortable. So as much as maybe you don't want to try that new thing because you're afraid that you're gonna embarrass yourself, even if it's private embarrassment, not public, it still stings. Do it anyway. If you're in a situation where There's really no harm that can come from it. Do it. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you are strong and that you've gotten over worse, and do it. And then the next time when you have a situation where you're uncomfortable and you don't want to embarrass yourself, you can think back to the last time and say, well, I survived. I can get through it, and do it again. Keep practicing until you're not hesitating before saying yes. I think it's easy to be scared of doing a thing that you want to be good at it. And it's easier to just let it go and not have to think about what happens if you're not good at it. It's easier to give it up before there's any hope than to be disappointed afterwards. Fear of embarrassment might be helpful sometimes, but it shouldn't prevent you from doing what you want to do. So go out and do the thing. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. And if you mess up, do it again. Try again. Mess up again. And just keep going. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you don't know who I am, my name is Dana Berry, also known as Dana Doodle Knits in a number of places that I have linked to below. And yeah, I'm trying a new thing where I talk about things that are on my mind, and some of them will be interesting and some of them maybe less so, but we'll see where this goes. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo, boo, boo.